Guys, hi! You might be thinking, oh my god, Michaela, your audio is so crispy and clear. I hope the audio's good. I have no idea. I hope the audio's good. It just bothers me that sometimes the video is so quiet. And if it bothers me as the editor, imagine how you feel. Anyway, so this is my new gadget. And if any of you guys watched that godforsaken arcane video, I use my highlighters as microphones. And so now I can actually use my highlighter as a microphone. I'm obsessed with it. I just love it. Anyway, so now I have these microphones. But this has nothing to do with the video. I just wanted to do a little quick show and tell before we got into the meat and the bones. What's happening with my hair? Now on to more important things. This channel. I started this YouTube channel with the intentions of just like doing random things. And by random things, I mean like writing random things and posting it. When I was filming when the pandemic started, those ones I have privated most of those videos. And by most I mean all of them. Not that I have anything bad to say about them. She was young and cute. Anyway, regardless, I have a point to what I'm saying. Writing for me has always been something that's very core to who I am. It's very much part of my identity. And most of the time with writing, it can be a very solitary practice. You're not really with anybody. You're kind of just writing with your headphones on, either at a coffee shop or in your room or anywhere, but usually it's just you and yourself and your laptop or your writing utensil, unless it is intentionally collaborative. But as somebody who is as extroverted as me and is always itching to talk to people and to collaborate, I was looking at this YouTube channel and thinking about in what way can I make this as collaborative as possible, being a one-woman show. And I think back to writing workshops that were kind of forced upon us in school, but I always remember those being one of the best parts of creative writing classes and being able to sit and share ideas. And when I was in a writer's group back in Vancouver, we would do that sometimes where we would work together or we would share prompts and then at the end we would share. And even though you were doing technically the activity alone, being able to share and talk to other people about it who are writing about the same things can be so fun and also very fulfilling. And so with this video, I am trying and experimenting on how I can make a YouTube video as interactive as possible. So I would love to introduce this idea of a writing workshop between you and me. And I don't know how this is going to go. All of this is a pilot program. I have no idea what it's going to look like. I have no idea what I'm going to do when I edit this, but I think that it would be fun to just like humor myself and try. So the idea is, as you're watching this, we are going to pick an activity together, a writing activity, an art activity from this mind map that I have developed. I'm not going to show it to you up close. If you wanted to pause and take a look at it, you're free to do that, but it's very chaotic and I think only I can really understand it. And we're going to pick an activity. I'm going to explain to the best of my abilities how we're going to do it. I'm going to do the activity. You're going to do the activity. And hopefully if you have the courage and the excitement to share what you wrote in the comments, that would be so cool. That would be so fun. Here's the thing about writing and any kind of art or any kind of like way you can express yourself in a creative way is that this really sounds so corny and I don't mean it in a corny way, but there's no other way to say it. But I just really feel like everybody can do it. Every single person on this planet has a creative bone in their body. If we didn't have to be such slaves to capitalism, I really do believe that there would be so much more art in this world. I really do believe that. And also, if it's not something that you're into, sometimes it's just fun to play and experiment and, make it exist and then see how fun it can be. I'm speaking a lot right now because this is the first trial run of this workshop series. And I think as we continue, I will be speaking much less. I really, 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 really encourage everyone to do this with me, because I think it would be so fun. And I also feel like maybe you would discover something about yourself that you didn't know. Like, hey, I actually really enjoy writing. And if you're my friend and you're watching this video, like if you know me personally, please do it. I think it would be so fun. And it's like you're hanging out with me. So just do it. And I miss you. So I think it would be so cool. And if you could text me after you do it and you tell me what you did, that would be cool. That would be fun. That would be fun. And these are not meant to be hard. They're not meant to be scary. They're meant to be a little bit challenging, as any kind of activity I hope would, excite the creative bone in your body like that. But they're meant to be fun. I hope that's an environment that I can create here today. I really am doing everything by the skin of my teeth and it seems a little disorganized right now, but I promise you I have some structure to this. Okay, so the activity today, I loved, like many other people in this world, The Summer I Turned Pretty. The show has a chokehold on me. 2 questions. How are we feeling about the finale? And how are we feeling about the movie announcement? Is Jenny Han gonna let us go or what? How are we feeling about the whole season? How are we feeling? If you don't even want to share what you wrote today in the comments, but you just want to talk about The Summer I Turned Pretty, just comment. No problem. Crazy show. Incredible show. Really loved it. I really do. I'm a sucker for a romance. I'm a sucker for some yearning. It was a great show for me personally. And it's the only thing that's kind of on my mind right now because the show just finished yesterday. It's really genuinely the only thing I can really think about, and the fact that there's going to be a movie. I don't know if we're being fed or if we're being stuffed, but I'm excited and I will be sad. I will be watching. I will be in attendance in the theater. So I digress. The activity is going to be The Summer I Turned Pretty based, and there will be accommodations for those who have not seen this show. The actual activity that we're going to be doing, raise your hand. That won't work, but humor me. If you've heard of the alphabet poem, the concept is quite simple, but the execution can be a little challenging. But basically, you are to write a poem or a paragraph, be crazy with it, be creative, be kooky. And the first letter of each new sentence is in the chronological order of the alphabet. So, chronological order of the alphabet, is that correct? What I mean to say is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. For example, very quickly, it would be like, apples are really good for you, but they can be hard on your teeth. Cavities so you know what I mean? Like, you're going, it's really very simple, and I hope I'm not mansplaining to you. Oh my god, I'm kind of a genius for this. Okay, take The Summer I Turned Pretty and take the alphabet poem and go like this. To the best of your abilities, write an alphabet poem inspired by The Summer I Turned Pretty. Guys, I think we have a special guest. Charlie boy, come here. Come. Psst, 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 like a cat. Come hither. Oh, what is that? What do you have to say to... You want to say something to the people? What does that mean? That... I didn't teach him that. To the best of your abilities, write a poem about The Summer I Turned Pretty. Be inspired by it. It could be about characters. It can be about a moment. And for those who haven't watched the show, don't worry. I still have an activity for you. Instead of taking inspiration from the show and what happens in the show, I really encourage you to think about your own summer memories or what a dream summer might look like. And if you want to go on this fictional route, make up characters and use that as inspiration. Any kind of fictional love, or even if you don't know anything about this show, write an alphabet poem of what you think this show is about. So that is going to be our activity. I just want it to be fun. I just want us to have fun. And I want us at the end of this video to have something to share with each other and be like, we wrote this together in the span of how many minutes this video is. If you're at home, get a piece of paper out, get your laptop out. I really encourage you to do it and to have fun. Before we dive into writing, I'm going to set some parameters for us. I ideally would like for us to write from A to Z, 26 lines. Seems a little daunting, especially when we get to letters like X and Z. I am going to write for 15 minutes. I actually have no control over how long you press the pause button for. I'm popping in to say I'm halfway through this exercise right now, so this is me in the future. This is me 15 minutes later, letting everybody know that 15 minutes is not enough time. So it's going to be 25 minutes. Just letting you know now. 25 minutes on the timer. Afterwards, we will check back in and we're going to share. And my last final rule is do not stress. This is supposed to be really fun, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with it, and I hope you do too. And whatever we come up with is whatever we come up with, because that's the whole point. Okay, maybe I'll put this over here. Can you still hear me if it's over here? Maybe I'll put it over here. And I'm going to set a 15-minute timer. I have no idea about what to write, guys. I really do not have a singular idea. I'm just going to go for it. Guys, this is going to be so fun. This is going to be really fun. Maybe I should clip this to me, like how the real YouTubers do it. I have no idea how the sound quality is going to be. This looks so funny. Oh, started. All right, everybody. Time is up. Not that there's no pressure to this. If you haven't finished, you haven't finished. Keep working at it. In writing this, things have happened. AKA the sun setting, so me drawing my curtains, and the big light is now on, so lots of change. My poem's not bad. Honestly, I kind of dig it. I haven't written an alphabet poem in a very long time. I'm talking about 9th grade, very long time. And so I had a lot of fun with this. It's definitely a little cheesy. I will say, spoilers. It's spoilers for the last 3 episodes, and it's spoilers for the end of the show, I will say. So that's your warning. And if you haven't left, then ooh. So this poem is set right when Belly arrives in Paris. not really right when she arrives, but like her first couple of weeks in Paris. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this poem, and then I'm going to explain the context of it and like why I chose to write those things. Because that's what we do in a writer's group. So this is my poem. It's called Belly's Wish. At sunset, when the Eiffel Tower lights up, I make a wish. Best friends and a boy who never says what he means. Conrad, do you still love me? Direct off a flight from California, he comes. Engines of the plane still roaring, flying through the streets of Paris to find me. Ghosts from my past, they seem so far away. His heart beats in time like mine. I wish I didn't make such a mess. Just before I left, he told me, kissing you is nothing I have ever known. Let me be with you, Belly. Maybe in another life I would not have left. Never in a million years would I have gone. Oh, but I can't change the things I did. Patiently waiting for self-forgiveness, quiet nights on Parisian rooftops, restoring myself piece by piece. Sometimes when I dream, I think of you, twirling me around the banks of the Seine, under the lights and under the stars. Venus, maybe. Will you come? X marks the spot on the map I left. You'll find me waiting, zipped up suitcases in a heart that's yours. And that's my alphabet poem. And I really like it. Okay, now let's go through it line by line. Maybe that's a little too much. At sunset, when the Eiffel Tower lights up, I make a wish. So this is Belly making a wish. And she's wishing at this time, she's quite lonely, I think, in Paris. I know she made some friends, but like she's wishing for best friends and also wishing for Conrad, the boy who never says what he means. So the next three lines, D to F, are that's her wish. Wishing for him to come from California and flying through the streets of Paris to find her. Then she starts thinking about like her wedding, ghosts from her past, they seem so far away, and wishing she didn't make such a mess. And then I'm thinking about that conversation they had right before the wedding about him being like, girl, I love you. And she's like, why would you say that to me at a time like this? But now she's in Paris and she's in her lonesome thinking about everything that has happened and trying to forgive herself. And sometimes when she dreams, she thinks of him twirling and dancing around the River Seine. That's a callback to that scene of them literally dancing by the banks of the Seine under the stars. And I wrote Venus because that's a callback to maybe the second season or the first season. Yeah, I think the second season when they were talking about Venus being a star. So I made a little nod to the Venus comment. X and Z were the worst ones to come up with, and that's why I think I needed more time because I was literally so stuck. But I think I'm happy with this like metaphor of like him coming to find her leaving like an X marks the spot on this treasure map. And I also liked the zipped up suitcases because it's implying that like if he came to find her, she would be ready to leave Paris. And that's my poem. That's my alphabet poem. And did I write about summertime at all? Absolutely not. But you know what? That's what I started writing about and that's what I came up with and I do not hate it. Anyway, so that was me sharing and that was me talking about my poem. And now I guess the pressure is on you. You do not have to. I really encourage it. I think it would be so fun if you find a spark of courage inside you to share a line, to share a couple of lines, or even like your thoughts on the show, but leave a little spoilers thing just in case for other people who haven't watched the show. If you find that courage inside you to share even a little bit, I would be so honored to read anything that you want to share. If you don't want to share specifically what you wrote, would love for your thoughts on this activity, thoughts on an alphabet poem in general and your challenges with it, things that you found really easy, things you found really difficult. And even if you don't want to share what you wrote, I would love your feedback on this workshop series because this is the pilot episode. This is my first try on doing something I will hope is interactive. I love how writing can be such a way to create community, and I think it would be so fun. And so any feedback would be so wonderful. Yeah, comment down below, let me know. And I hope you enjoyed doing this with me because I had a lot of fun. And now I have a whole new alphabet poem inspired by The Summer I Turned Pretty because I cannot stop thinking about this show. Anyway, what else did I write? I wrote words of encouragement. I wrote encourage sharing, encourage dialogue. I wrote release your fear of something maybe being bad. I love to read what people write. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and doing this activity. And I hope you enjoy this new crisp and clean audio. And hopefully I will do more things like this and we can write more together. I have a lot more activities planned. So not everything is going to be about the current trends or whatever is like airing right now, but that's just what I had on my mind. And that's why I really want to write. And anyway, that's the video. If you feel so inclined to, give this video a little like. And if you feel extra inclined to, give this channel a little subscribe. Do whatever you want. I'm going to see you later. Have a wonderful day and go have fun. Go have fun. Go have fun. Go have fun.